Hello and welcome. I wanted to jump on here today. Yesterday we talked a little bit about honoring the resistance that we feel and accepting sadness and disappointment and some of those things that don't feel so good as just being part of the experience sometimes. Today I want to talk about nudging through the resistance. This morning I woke up. I didn't feel bad. Um, I just didn't want to do what I had to do today. And, if I was completely honoring just the way I felt this morning and what I wanted, I would have called in sick and sat at the river all day long. Um, But that, yeah, you can see that as honoring yourself in some ways, and maybe it would be if you can afford to do that and it makes sense in your life and it's not going to cause more problems, which is what would have happened for me today. First of all, I didn't plan to be by the river, and that would have just getting there would have been a lot. Plus, missing work and missing the things that I had already obligated myself to would have caused a lot of chaos throughout the rest of the week and even the upcoming weeks. And so it's noticing, are we truly honoring ourselves when we make decisions to put things off or to take it easy? Sometimes what we have to do instead is to push through the discomfort and do the thing that we don't really feel like doing in order to create the experience. And so the idea here is to not just not do the thing or to shut down around the thing, but instead, how do I best support myself while I do the thing that I really don't feel like doing? The more I do these videos, the more that I realize that life is just an everyday challenge. And those challenges can be any variety of things, whether it's health issues or mental health issues or, difficult relationships, just, just about anything is going to create a challenge for us, and how we handle that challenge and the tools that we provide ourselves to work with when those challenges come up. Those are the things that are really making a difference in our everyday life. And so, this morning I would have loved to have lounged around for a little longer and, maybe made my way down to the water at some point and done all sorts of things besides coming to work. And what I did instead was to try to ease into the day. Luckily, I woke up pretty early, gave myself plenty of time to deal with this resistance that I was feeling and to sort of talk to myself about what the best solution is. Um, Decide that going to work was the best solution, and then decide what I could do to best support myself in that and to create the best possible experience for the day in spite of having to do something that's not necessarily fun or exciting. I think it's all about the way we approach things and our mindset. I think as we slow down and we start to reflect and take time to notice what is it that I'm resistant to. Do I really need a break, or do I just really not want to do that uncomfortable thing that needs to be done? What's the best solution? How am I talking to myself about what needs to be done? How well have I prepared myself? Um, Did I rest well? Do I need to take it a little slower? Do I need to drink some water? Can I take a shower? What are the things that I can do right now to make this work for me? Nothing's ever going to be perfect. I'm never going to have that perfect day where everything just flows right in. But can I have myself ready to respond to the day in a way that's going to make it easier, more enjoyable, more exciting, at least more survivable? What can I do to support myself? What are those tools? What are those words? Am I taking time to breathe? Am I planning well? Am I doing things that are actually making it harder for me? And why am I doing that? Can I notice that I do that and that maybe it's a pattern that I've been following? And what might I start to do to break that pattern? We're always being challenged. How are we showing up for the challenge? And when we're finding ourselves wanting to shut down, what is the best solution? Is it best to push through? Is it too much? Am I exhausted? Do I need to really shut down for a little while so that I can come back to this? The answer is always going to be different. And I think that's where we struggle. We want the same answer every time consistently so that we can know that we know that we know that we're right. Well, guess what? We can only know that we're right by doing it wrong and then trying again until we get it right. Stop making it so hard. Be with it. Every day is a challenge. Some days are really good. Some days are really bad. Some days are in between. Most days are going to have a little bit of all of it. And it's not about what's happening. It's about how we're responding to it. Let yourself be angry. Let yourself be sad. Let yourself be what you are. But then let that process and move on to the next thing that really needs your attention in order to begin to create a better experience for yourself. I hope that this is all beginning to come together for you as well as it is me. I wish you the best of luck as we continue to enjoy these longer days. Namaste.